Welcome back to Mr. Key's Money Monday. This is the second account where you have some money and stocks in an account and you want to use those to make some money, additional income on options. So this is the 50,000 plus account. This is assuming you have level 3 options in your account and you can trade spreads. Remember, the goal of this account is to use the stocks and money I have generated to generate $500 a week in cash flow by using options. Hopefully this account can just go and I don't need it to spend for anything. Understand this is a journey of my account. I share it with you for informational purposes only, not providing legal, accounting, or financial services, not recommending any of this for you. If you want to copy these, use a paper trading account so you're ready to use real money. All right, so getting right into stocks I own or stocks I want to own. I do own some shares of Halliburton. Stock I bought some back here when it was in the 20s. It has shot up. If it comes back down, I wouldn't mind buying some more. Looking here, right in the middle of the RSI. Going out, you got earnings. We always look for earnings. Today we're doing all just put credit spreads. Just seeing how it works and thinking the market's just going to chop sideways for the next month. Earnings here is 721. So if we have our options in 717, that's right before the earnings call. So we're safe there. And I'm looking at this probability cone, and 34.39 is where it could be. So I'm willing to put do a put credit spread at 35, right down here, kind of where this support level is. So that's where I'm going. So I'm going to go in here and trade. I'm going to look at the July 17th. I've got it on vertical. I'm going to go here and show you single real quick. 35, the delta is 18. I usually look for 15 or lower. This one, if you go 34, just the money drops off. So I'm going to go 35. I'm going to do a 35 and I'm going to go 32. Usually I do a 5-point spread, but you get down here, these bid spread asks get a little wonky. So 32 is kind of the last normal one, and that just gives us a $3 risk in between 35 and 32. So I'm going to go here and hit vertical. I'm going to click the 35, 34. And I'm going to have to go in and change it. I'm going to do 3 contracts. And I'm going to do the 35. And I'm going to go down here and hit the 32. That gives me a 30-cent credit. If I go and analyze that trade, you can see here, move this out to July. You can see the probability cone. It could get down in there, but as long as it stays above 35, I'll make my 90 bucks. If it drops down, then either I have to buy the stock or I need to roll this down and out. So we'll see what has to happen then. So put it in for 30 bucks. Confirm and send. You'll see buying effect in a margin account. Have to have $810 there. That's because I'm doing a 3-point spread times 3 contracts, so that's 900 bucks, but I'm making 90 bucks. So 810 is the difference. Send that in. Next one we want to trade is Lyft, LYFT. I own a couple hundred shares of this one. All right, got filled on that. Here I'm going to do a 13-11 spread. Again, looking at it, and all these things I'm looking at earnings, making sure earnings is not before the options expiration. Here I wouldn't mind owning it, so I'm going a little higher than the probability cone. I'm going to go 13. It's at 14 right now. But you can see this nice support zone right down here, right below 13. So even if I get assigned it, I believe we can sell some calls on it. I think Lyft is better than Uber. I think they're taking market share, but that's just my opinion. But I drive for Lyft and Uber, so I'm seeing it at least what's happening in Southern California. So looking at that, trading that. This doesn't pay a dividend. That's the only bad thing about the stock, but thinking it could grow. So 13, I went and I did 3 contracts of this one. This is in a simulated trading. I already did this in my real trading account, but you can see here going down. If I did a 1-point spread, looks like you can get 20 bucks. It's not too bad. Maybe I should have done that. Another spread, you're getting another 7 bucks. So really, I probably would have just done, if I could get that, I probably would have done that. That's a 1-point spread. That's 20% on your money right there. But in my account, I did this one, so I'll copy it here. Should have looked at it a little more closely, but 27, so a 2-point spread. 2-point spread, that's over 10%. So that's what I'm looking at. So I have to have $519 in the account, making 81 bucks. All right, next one I did was Verizon. Verizon's doing a big push to get customers away from AT&T. They're all doing pushes, so I guess it doesn't matter. But I've seen Verizon do better pushes than AT&T, at least what I've seen. So Verizon, I don't mind owning Verizon. This one's going to be, let's go back to single here. 45, this is a higher delta. This is really higher than I like, but going back to the charts. For Verizon, 45 again is right there. So it is inside the probability cone, but again, I see this nice big fat support zone. So I don't think it's going to go below there. It could, of course, anything's possible. But 45 is about where I think it could go. Of course, I'm hoping it doesn't get there because I just want to collect the money and move on. But if it does drop, I don't think it's dropping lower than 45. So this one I did 2 contracts. I did 45 and I did my normal 4-point spread. 47, 2 contracts. Confirm and send. Okay, next one was gold, GLD. This is the ETF, kind of the standard for what proxy for gold. You can see we had the big spike up here, made a lot of money this way. I've kind of stayed out of gold since then, but I think maybe it's hit a bottom here and maybe rising back up. So I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to go way down here at 665 is where I put it. So this one I went below the probability cone, way down here. Old support zone down there. So trading. I'll show you the deltas on that. 365, delta of 12, so that's below my 15. If you want to be safer, you could go even lower, but I liked it right about here. It's kind of the sweet spot. These are stocks I trade. I have about 20 stocks that I trade monthly and try to generate income from. So you'll see a lot of those stocks. I'll show you the journal here in a second. So 365, 360. I did 2 contracts. So selling the 365, buying the 360. I got 48 earlier in my account, so we'll leave it at 40 though, whatever it is here. Again, probably won't go below 35. Okay, that got filled right away. And then the last trade of the day is good old Amazon. AMZN. And looking at this chart, again, earnings out here in July 30th. So I'm looking to end here. Probability cone. I went below, I went at 220. So I came down here to 220, right about there. So that's below the probability cone. You can see we had this dip here and shot back up. Kind of hit the bottom of RSI, coming back up there. So 220 is where I think, I'm hoping it doesn't go below. So hit trade, vertical, 220, 215. I did 2 contracts there, and I only got 35 bucks on that. It looks like I can get 37 now. I'll put 35. We'll see what it gets filled at. It could get filled higher, but I'll put what I got in my live account. All right. So there you have it. 5 trades real quick. Let's add up what I got in my real account. That's 416 is what I got. So on the Halliburton, I made 93. The lift, I made 81. Verizon made 96. Gold made 76. And Amazon made 70. So 416. So didn't quite get my 500 gold this week. The market shot up. Volatility is a little down, so pricing is a little bit lower than it has been. But I feel comfortable with these trades. We'll see what the market does. Got a lot of stuff ending in July now. This is the last week I will probably trade July contracts, July 17th contracts, because anything under 30 days, usually can't get a lot of money for. And so I'll be looking next week at probably doing August contracts. Problem now is we're going to be getting into earnings season in August, and we'll see how it goes. So that'll be next week. It'll be within our 60 days. Remember, 30 between 6 and 60 days is where I like to trade. So with that said, have a good day. Bye.